Hi, welcome to Innovation and Design Thinking, MCQ, with explanations for topic MVP, prototyping. Part 1. MVP stands for Maximum Viable Product, Maximum Variation Product, Minimum Variation Product, Minimum Viable Product. Answer D. Explanation. Main concept in design thinking while prototyping is fail early and fail cheap. This means use minimum resources are to be used during the prototyping, yet the product should satisfy the user's needs. Thus the prototyping is named alternatively as minimum viable product. 2. An example of a product that shows someone how it works or what it looks like is called A. An idea. B. A prototype. C. An experiment. D. A design. Answer B. Explanation. A prototype is an early sample, model, or release of a product built to test a concept or process. Prototyping serves to provide specifications for a real, working system rather than a theoretical one. Prototype is a model or example which shows to someone how OT works or how it look like. 3. In prototyping one should keep in mind A. Fail fast. B. Fail cheap. C. Fail often. D. All of these. Answer D. Explanation. Main concept in design thinking while prototyping is fail early and fail cheap and fail often, as the process of design thinking is an iterative nature. 4. A prototype in the prototype stage should include all of these characteristics except which? A. Scaled down. B. Quickly assembled. C. Low cost. D. Final version. Answer D. Explanation. Main concept in design thinking while prototyping is fail early and fail cheap. This means minimum resources are to be used during the prototyping. Characteristics, scaled down, quick assembly and low cost satisfy the above condition. 5. How detailed and polished is the prototype is called A. Fidelity. B. Interactivity. C. Life cycle. D. None of these. Answer A. Explanation. How detailed and polished is the prototype is called fidelity. 6. Prototypes that are quick, cheap, and highly collaborative, and don't require advanced design skills are called A. Low fidelity prototypes. B. High fidelity prototypes. C. Mod fidelity prototypes. D. None of these. Answer A. Explanation. Low fidelity prototypes are ideal if one wants to rapidly test broad concepts. They're quick, cheap, and highly collaborative. They don't require advanced design skills, so different people from different teams can easily be involved. 7. Prototypes that are more detailed, realistic, look and operate much like the final product are called A. Low fidelity prototypes. B. High fidelity prototypes. C. Mid fidelity prototypes. D. None of these. Answer B. Explanation. High fidelity prototypes are more detailed, realistic prototypes that look and operate much like the final product. You'll move on to hi-fi prototypes once you have a good idea of what you're going to build. They'll help you to fine-tune the design and get it ready for market. 8. The process of creating evidence-based, interaction designs between human users and products or websites is called A. User experience design. B. Engineering design. C. Process design. D. None of these. Answer A. Explanation. User experience design, UX design, UXD, UED, or XD, is the process of creating evidence-based, interaction designs between human users and products or websites. 9. User experience design can be abbreviated as A. XD. B. UXD. C. UED. D. All of these. Answer D. Explanation. User experience design, UX design, UXD, UED, or XD, is the process of creating evidence-based, interaction designs between human users and products or websites. 10. Tool for creating a digital prototype. A. Sketch. B. Adobe XD. C. InVision. D. Figma. E. All of these. Answer E. Explanation. There are several tools commercially available for creating digital prototypes. They are UXPin, InVision, Adobe XD, JustinMind, Figma, Sketch, Marvel, Proto.io, ProtoPie, etc. 11. Type of prototypes that are more expensive and time-consuming to produce are: A. Low-fidelity prototypes. B. High-fidelity prototypes. C. Mid-fidelity prototypes. D. None of these. Answer: B. Explanation. Prototypes that consume more resources, time and money and looks more polished way are called high-fidelity prototypes. 12. The 4 steps of canonical prototyping iteration are: developing a prototype to exemplify a possibility, imagining possibilities, receiving feedback on the prototype, re-evaluating limitations. Choose the correct order of these steps. A. 1, 2, 3, 4, B. 2, 1, 3, 4, C. 2, 1, 4, 3, D. 4, 3, 2, 1. Answer: B. Explanation. The 4 steps of canonical prototyping iteration in the correct order are: imagining possibilities, developing a prototype to exemplify a possibility, receiving feedback on the prototype, re-evaluating limitations. 13. This limitation frequently encourage the organizations and individuals to prioritize realization over iteration. A. Financial resources. B. Non-availability of team members. C. Time. D. None. Answer: C. Explanation. The main constraint or limitation for business organizations is the time. They would like to bring their product into the market earlier to theirs as competitors. 14. Many people believe that business is iteration. A. Overvalue. B. Undervalue. Answer: B. Explanation. Design is frequently confined by time, which can deter designers from iterating. Many people believe that businesses undervalue iteration. While economists have developed economic models and conducted cost-benefit analyses to support rapid iteration, resource constraints remain a major impediment to its use in industry. From this, one should keep in mind while iterating in prototyping: fail early, fail fast and fail cheap. 15. Which of following statement is true? People with high self-esteem respond less negatively to failure. People with high self-esteem respond more negatively to failure. People with low self-esteem respond less negatively to failure. None of these. Answer: A. Explanation. People with high self-esteem respond less negatively to failure and they learn from the failures. In iteration during prototyping, the main concern is to learn and improve the designs. 16. The goal of the prototype phase is: to understand what component of your idea didn't work. To understand what component of your idea work. Both of them, none of them. Answer: C. Explanation. In prototype phase, we will develop the prototypes based on the different ideas that are generated during the ideation phase. Some of the ideas will fail and some may give success. We will understand what component of idea did not work and what component of idea worked. Thanks for watching. Comment for any suggestions. Like, share and subscribe.